Let's rev it up! Because I am sure hungry for one. Help! Help!
What's up, guys? It's Jake and Jordan from Dirty Yugi and the Boys, and today we have a Sky Striker deck profile for you. With Widowmaker coming in too, the deck got kind of just strong with it. So let's go for it.
All right, so I played this deck a lot last format before Widowmaker went to 2. And I actually thought it was pretty good, at least for like a locals level. Widowmaker coming back to 2, and we got Sky Striker Ace Zeke in dual overload. So this deck's actually just, I think it's super viable. Let's just kind of go over what I got and I'll talk about it as we go. The monsters are pretty easy. You start with 3 Ray, obviously. Then you have 2 Rose. You really just want this for the name, especially going forward. The effect to get out of graveyard is you're never going to use it because not a lot of decks are putting it in the extra monster zone. Then we play some hand traps. We have Ash and Ghost Ogre. I think these are generally the best hand traps moving forward. Ogre kind of gets you out of a lot of the dumb locks like Apex Avian lock, just a lot of that dumb stuff. And then Ash is kind of just generically good. I think Invoke Shaddoll is going to be really good, so that card will be pretty important for that.
So you're saying with Ogre, what you would Ogre it when they activate the Avian effect.
Correct. Yeah, right. So Avian, if you guys don't know what a lot of decks are aiming to do, they set up the Samorg link. Union Carrier equips a Mist Valley Thunderbird to any monster on the board. The Samorg summons Apex Avian out of deck, and Apex Avian's effect is to, when a card or effect is activated, return a Mist Valley card to the hand, negate the activation, destroy it. Thunderbird, when bounced to the hand, summons it back. So Ogre, you chain to the Avian, outs that lock.
Perfect.
Back to spells, the bulk of the deck, we're playing 3 of the field spell because you want to see this. You want to be able to get to your cards through the deck. Really important, obviously, you can summon a Sky Striker Ace if you destroy it. 3 Afterburner. So Afterburner outs pretty much everything, so you want to open this pretty much as possible. That's my theory. It was really good last format to just max out on this. 2 Jamming Waves. There are still going to be some back row decks. This card does out weird scenarios like Avermax and stuff like that, so I think it's pretty important. And then we got 2 Widowmaker. Very glad to have that back. The reason this is important is because now in end phase, when you go to do your Shizuku play with multi-roll, you can set one of these and it doesn't suck because when that one gets banished, you still have a backup. And that's huge because when you played against those combo decks and you had to set this off Shizuku and it got banished out of the game, you just lose unless you somehow stop them. So getting this back is it's the most important card we could get back, obviously, except Engage. Shark Cannon, this card's still just generally good. And then the one-of's got multi-roll, Eagle Booster, Hornet Drones, the base. You kind of just want to play all these. I think Eagle Booster's insane. I'd consider bumping this too just because it gives the deck more longevity, gives it an opportunity to play just more of a tempo style game, but for now just one. Then kind of the more generic cards, Foolish Burial Goods with Metal Foe Fusion, Mind Control, which is really good, especially with Zeke now.
The third anchor.
Basically. Upstart, Rhoda, Pot of Avarice, Set Rotation. These are all just the good one-ofs. Pot of Avarice is really nice for sure. I don't think it's worth playing more than one. You can't set this up in one turn unless I play this deck blind going second. But even in that scenario, you'd have to make Zeke to make this live and probably use a hand trap. But it is insane in the deck. And then unfortunately, I do have to play 3 Mine. I think the deck requires Mine.
You're a shitty person.
Look, you have to play it to make the deck viable. It's probably the best deck in the game at being able to abuse this card because you just set up Hayate. You can wait 3 turns until you get to the point where you can just break their board, anchor something, Zeke, Afterburner, blow up their whole board. And then, speaking of breaking boards, evenly matched. Like I said, I play a blind going second. I think it's the best way to play it. You could play Lightning Storm. I don't think Lightning Storm's as good as evenly matched, even in a deck like this. I don't know. It's hard to kind of talk about. I could go on for 10 minutes about why I think that. But evenly matched banishes everything face down. Not a hard once per turn. And it's just a better card overall, in my opinion.
All right, so how many is that in the main? 40 cards?
Yeah, it's 40 cards in the main. And then the extra deck is, it's 15, if you were wondering.
Well, I know, because like I said, some people have been prone to play more than 40 cards lately. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
You need Striker to be as consistent as possible. It's a control deck. It's more of a tempo deck, really, because it beats all control decks, but it struggles against combo, in my experience, in my opinion, playing the deck for 2 years or whatever. Especially now more than ever. You need it to be consistent. Extra deck's going to be real easy. Kagari, thank you. Hayate, Shizuku, 1 Kaina, you don't need more than that. Zeke, you could play 2. I think 1's fine. You really just want Zeke for, you steal something with Widowmaker Mind Control, you link it away, You can use this to send something else. You can use another Widow Anchor or Mind Control, send another monster. You swing in for 25, which is great, but then you just want to link this down, usually right away to Kagari, Hayate, and your cards that actually win the game. Then the rest of kind of the random stuff, Phoenix, Ningirsu, because it still outs everything. I like Topologic Bomber Dragon. I think this card's really good. You can also set it up with Hercules base, swing for 6k, Oral Sword. You pretty much never make this, but it's good to have. Overall, that's everything. I think the deck's really good. I'm excited to play for the new format at no locals, obviously, but I think the deck's really good. If you're looking for a cheap deck to kind of invest in, get into the game, this is a perfect one to do it for sure. What do you think?
I like the deck. I hated the format for the past 2 years, but the deck's so resilient and so good and so consistent that it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a sleeper deck going into every regional that you're going to have to worry about.
Mm-hmm. It's the thing I worry about is for people that play the deck long enough and they really dedicate themselves to it, the really skilled players with this deck can easily do really well with it. So if you're good enough and this kind of style appeals to you, you can easily do well at any regional.
All right.
But anyway, that's Sky Striker for the April 1st, 2020 format. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, Master Roll 5. I'm excited about it. I think the deck, like I said, I thought it was good last format. I think this format obviously gets way better. But you guys let us know what you think in the comments below. What do you think we should change? We should add a needle fiber in there or anything like that. And, you know, like, comment, subscribe so you can be one of the boys. And see ya.
Exactly. Yeah. This is Jordan and Jake from Dirty Eugene the Boys signing off.